Everyone is talking about quitting their jobs lately, to chase those massive six-figure AI side hustles.
Yeah, but most people are just completely stuck at zero. I mean, they have no paying clients, no clear offer.
Right. And today, we fix that. Welcome to the deep dive. We are so glad you're here with us.
Absolutely. Today is going to be super practical.
It really is. We're exploring a highly specific, step-by-step AI workflow today. We are using Claude. And our mission for this deep dive is actually very simple. We want to help you land your very first $1,000.
Yeah, and we are totally avoiding all that generic advice. Like, nobody needs another vague guide telling you to just start an AI business. Instead, we're breaking down the exact prompts. You'll find a clear service, you'll pick one mentor, and you'll build a ruthless 20-day client acquisition plan.
Let's start right with that financial goal. Most people just aim way too high right out of the gate.
Oh, totally.
They want that massive six-figure business immediately. But chasing a massive, vague number, it just keeps you stuck.
It really does. It's a huge trap.
Think about the staircase analogy from our source. Imagine standing at the bottom of a really tall staircase. And you look way up at step 100. The sheer height is just dizzying. You have absolutely no idea how to get up there.
Right. It's just too far away to even comprehend. You just freeze up.
Exactly. But step 1, making that very first $1,000, that forces absolute clarity. It proves someone will actually pay for your specific offer.
Yeah, it creates genuine momentum.
Yeah.
I mean, real confidence. But to actually get there, we need the right setup.
Right.
We're using Claude for this, and Claude desperately needs honest context, your background, your skills, your actual goals.
It's that old rule of garbage in, garbage out.
Exactly. We really recommend using Claude Sonnet here. Claude Sonnet is a fast, efficient AI model for everyday tasks. It's perfect for this.
Yeah, and you can also turn on the extended thinking feature, if you really want deeper reasoning.
It helps a lot. But you have to stay incredibly focused.
I have to make a slightly vulnerable admission right here. I still wrestle with prompt drift myself. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, getting distracted by shiny new tools instead of focusing on the actual goal. It is so easy to do.
It's completely human nature. We love feeling productive without doing the hard work.
Okay, let's unpack this. What if Claude starts asking me questions before giving its answer?
Oh, that is actually intentional. And it's a great sign. Honest answers improve the final output directly.
So treat Claude's questions like an interview. Better answers equal better results. Beat.
Yeah. Once we really understand why the first 1,000 is the anchor, we have an immediate obstacle.
Finding out what to actually sell.
Exactly. That brings us to the very first prompt. Finding a service using entirely existing skills.
Right. The constraints here are just amazing. Let me lay them out. You need 2 realistic ways to make $1,000 in 30 days, using only existing skills, no audience. And it must be sellable within 48 hours. Plus, Claude has to be 90% confident.
What's fascinating here is how restrictive this is. I love the analogy the source uses. It's kind of like stacking Lego blocks of data you already own.
Right. Rather than buying a whole new set, you just creatively rearrange the skills you already have.
Claude will definitely ask you follow-up questions here, like what are your strongest skills? How many hours do you have? Who can you DM tomorrow?
Yeah, this raises an important question about how we value our own knowledge. We always think we need to learn a new software.
But we usually don't.
No, we don't. The source gives 2 very specific examples of what Claude might suggest.
I loved these examples. Option 1 is AI niche long-form ghostwriting. You write 1,500 to 2,500 words for busy SaaS founders. 4 articles completely gets you to $1,000.
It's just a remarkably clear deliverable.
Right. And option 2 is an X-thread ghostwriting retainer. You write 3 threads a week, 3 clients at $400 each. That's $1,200 right there.
It's so actionable.
Why the strict 48-hour constraint for this plan, though?
It forces practicality. It immediately filters out exciting but theoretical AI businesses that take months of setup.
Got it. The 48-hour rule kills procrastination by demanding immediate, practical action. Beat.
So now you have your clear, sellable offer.
Yes.
The natural trap now is to fall straight into tutorial hell.
Oh, I see this everywhere. You try to learn from 50 different marketing gurus.
Yeah, we have to avoid that entirely. And we do this by asking Claude to identify a single mentor.
Just one.
Just one. The prompt is simply, who is the single best person I should study to succeed with this specific service.
The source material uses Nicholas Cole as the example here.
Right.
You don't copy him blindly, but you study how he scaled from freelance to high-ticket ghostwriting for founders.
Exactly. You study his specific mechanics.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Isn't learning from just one person limiting? What if their style doesn't fit you?
I get why it sounds limiting, but combining strategies from multiple people just creates contradictory messes.
Right, because one says use LinkedIn, another says cold email.
Exactly. You just get paralyzed.
Sure.
You just need to study how this one person positions their offer, how they price it, how they get clients. Then you stop studying and you start doing.
When we ask Claude to break down this mentor's strategy, what specific mechanics are we looking for?
We want the gritty details of how they secure clients, their chosen platforms, and how they differentiate themselves from generic freelancers through direct outreach.
We're stripping away their brand aura to steal their actual daily outreach mechanics.
Beat. Now that we know who to emulate, theory really needs to become execution.
We need a daily system that doesn't rely on fluff.
Yes. That brings us to the third prompt. Creating a 20-day ruthless action plan.
I love the constraints on this one. It has to be a 20-day plan, under $1,000 upfront cost, and outreach strictly starts on day one. Then you give Claude this crucial follow-up command. Strip out anything unnecessary.
And what gets removed?
Yeah.
Everything beginners obsess over. No websites, no complex branding, no endless discovery calls, no content calendar.
People spend weeks picking out a logo color.
Right. The focus narrows entirely to sending 10 cold DMs every day, replying fast, and writing free samples. Whoa! Imagine scaling to a massive life-changing business, but realizing the only metric that matters today is just sending 10 simple DMs.
It's deeply humbling. Let's talk about that free sample method from the source, because instead of a generic pitch, you do real work up front.
Yeah, it changes the dynamic entirely.
You research a founder who posts inconsistently. You write one great LinkedIn post in their exact voice, and you just give it to them.
It proves your undeniable value instantly.
If I'm a beginner with 0 testimonials, why does the free sample method work so well?
Because most sales messages ask for a favor, while a free sample provides immediate value and proves your thinking quality up front.
Right. A free sample replaces the need for a polished portfolio completely. Mid-roll. Sponsor read. Sponsor. We're going to take a quick break here for our sponsor. Okay, we are back.
So we have this perfect stripped-down plan. But let's be real, human nature inevitably gets in the way.
Oh, absolutely. Fear of rejection kicks in.
Yeah, and suddenly we're right back to tweaking our profile picture instead of sending those DMs.
Because tweaking a profile picture feels perfectly safe. Nobody is judging you yet.
Exactly. That brings us to the final bonus prompt. Using Claude to beat fake productivity.
Right. You literally ask Claude to figure out your excuses. You tell it to ask you 3 yes or no questions to figure out what will stop you from following the plan this week.
The examples from the text are so wonderfully uncomfortable.
They really are. Like, will you actually send 10 cold DMs every working day, no exceptions?
Or, when a founder asks for a sample, will you write it in 24 hours?
Or this harsh one, can you name 30 AI founders by tomorrow night?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the absolute hardest part of making money with AI isn't the AI.
No, it's really not.
Staying consistent enough to do outreach when it feels awkward.
So what does this all mean? When Claude cuts the plan in half based on these answers, what's actually left?
Only the raw, unfiltered actions that directly lead to a paying client. Less overthinking, less setup, and entirely focused on daily outreach.
It kills fake productivity, leaving only the uncomfortable but necessary work of selling. 2-sec silence.
Let's kind of step back and look at the whole system here.
The overarching narrative is just so empowering. To make your first $1,000 with AI, you really do not need an audience.
No, you don't.
And you don't need a polished brand.
You just need one skill, one clear service, one type of customer, and the sheer discipline to send messages every single day.
The AI is just your thinking partner. It's there to help you cut through the noise.
Exactly. It removes the friction.
Think about the 48-hour rule we discussed today. What is one specific skill you use at your day job right now that you could package into a single, fixed-price deliverable by tomorrow night? Don't build a business model around it yet. Just define the deliverable.
That is the perfect place to start. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. Go ahead and take that first uncomfortable step today. ODTOMO Music.